Some cars you pick out of necessity with no other options. Others you choose based on who you want to be. Look, today I'm going to get into the Genesis GV70 3.5 Turbo, completely luxurious. 2026, it costs $72,000. And in a segment dominated by the Germans, this one arrived and is pushing everyone aside. Like this, look, move over, move over, move over. I'm taking the spot. Because if you drive it, well, it's made by Germans. There are designers, engineers. A lot of people here are German. This is a German car with Korean money, though Koreans proudly claim it's Korean. It's Korean, but it's German. The knowledge behind this comes from the Germans. The adaptive suspension is among the best in its class. Why mention this? Because with the front camera, it anticipates potholes. Can you see them? And by the time you get to it, you're fine. It adjusts the stiffness and gives you what's called a low flight. You only get that feeling in cars that are really, really heavy. So with this information I just gave you, take this moment to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you know when a new video comes out. If you're not there supporting me, liking and commenting, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Your support matters. Subscribing helps me. Looking at it parked, I'm thinking about something. That to buy a car like this, it's not enough to earn money. You have to be willing to spend it, and that already says a lot. A whole lot about the customer. When you see the Genesis B70 up close, you'll perfectly understand why this has become the most uncomfortable brand for the Germans. This grille, this crest, what you see here is still the main feature. The Bentley style logo, from the first moment I saw it, when this brand came out, I said it looks like the Bentley logo. It looks a lot like it. They've kept it and styled it their own way, which I like. The headlights, which are already a trademark of the brand, have two lines. It has become an icon of the brand. It's recognized just because of that. This whole front, when you look at it from the side like this, it reminds you of an SUV that doesn't want to be just another one in the crowd. Because they've made a front that's really worth looking at, admiring, because the work is beautiful. The Magma line that comes from them now, which is the performance line, is beautiful too. Let it release already. I'm eager to see how it'll take the world by storm. The roof drops, the sides go outward. It looks like this just came out of the gym. Wide stance, no matter where you look at it from, this is still one of the most attractive SUVs on the market. And with good reason. This sky blue falling into the night. How's the weather now? 21-inch wheels, cameras on the side mirrors. The way it's finished makes it look expensive before they even tell you the price. There are some small rails on the roof, the shiny pillars. You already know my opinion about shiny pillars. Opening these doors feels like opening a real car. With character and a good finish, with quality control inside and out. Here, that's something you can't question. The important thing here is what's down there. Let's take a look, because it's already been said that it will adapt to whatever the market does. Do they want electric? Will we give them electric or hybrid? Do they want hybrid? Do they want pure gasoline? Are we going to give them pure gasoline? Whatever you want, they'll give it to you because they can't make or repeat the mistakes that others have made. Believing they'll switch to electric instantly and everyone will accept it. No, not here, because under the hood we have 3.5 liters. Twin turbo, 375 HP, 391 lb-ft torque. The cover looks nice, though it's rather plasticky, but the visible turbo intakes are spectacular. It's like the horns of a bull. A fast, smooth, 8-speed automatic transmission with standard all-wheel drive on this model. Some engines get very loud and noisy when you accelerate. This one, no. This one just pushes and you feel the push. But they're called mature engines because they deliver torque from the start. A car that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. When you put it in sport mode, the response becomes a bit livelier. The steering feels like an elephant's on it. Is it even heavier? It's great. I love it. Some say that's too much, but I disagree. Because that feeling of weight in your hand when the car tells you there's some grip here, man, forget about it. The SUV hits 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. That's enough. What's an SUV for? For what? This is a monster. For here it's 998. You could be in your own modern one, a steel to AMASS, a modern SUV. And those aren't bad numbers for a B6 turbo engine. That's pretty good. If I tell you that this SUV is cheap to maintain, I'm lying to you and I would never do that, okay? Premium gas, pricey insurance, big brakes, and costly tires. So, if what you're looking for is efficiency, this is not your car. For that, for people like you, there's an electric version that's there for you. And at the end of the day, it's only a few thousand more that you'll save on insurance and a bunch of other things. The biggest enemy of this 3.5 turbo is its electric version. Whether in the back or the front, the interior here is truly amazing. The finishes, that combination of this type of leather with orange belt lines, are insane. It has orange stitching and some hidden blue stitches you can't see. 2 USB ports, a 110 outlet below, air control and vent. Good headroom. The sunroof extends all the way to the back. We close the door and we see that the sound system is Van Olsen. Look at the light strips we have here. If you need privacy, so the windows don't fog up, you just pull this up and that's it. So it's really nice. We have a handle, we have lights back here. It's very nice, it's very comfortable. There are pockets on both seats which are mesh. The mesh is really good so they don't get dirty and trash doesn't build up inside. And the seats fold 60-40. The rear space becomes completely flat when you do that. Genesis has only been competing with BMW, Audi, and Mercedes for a few years. They've already made everyone uncomfortable and nervous, causing confusion and panic. Why? Because Europe and Germany have already been taken over by the Chinese, but not this brand. This brand keeps growing, selling over 1 million cars. Imagine that. Let me tell you something. How much should a smart person make to buy this car? Their yearly income should be $250,000, $350,000. To afford it on a tight budget, you should earn between $180,000 and $220,000 if you want to drive it without being able to sleep peacefully. If you want it to give you nightmares, then you can earn anything below that. I'm speaking to you honestly because if you have to suffer to buy this car, then it's not for you. Driving this car is like sitting in a new restaurant that already smells like a Michelin star. From the beginning, it lacks decades of history, but you're clearly building it. Look at it here. That's what happens here. When you're driving down the streets, you think this car talks to me, this car communicates with me, you can feel it, it responds. Not all cars respond. It tells you who you are when you get in. It tells you what you want to be when you hit the gas. Yes, it does use more than it should. The electric competition it has at home, which is its electric version, constantly threatens it. Above all, it's not the sportiest handler. Many cars drive better than this. Here, inside is where this GV70 grabs you, as I say, without mercy, because it's a beautiful car. I drove it out a bit late. First of all, I'm going to turn off. Let me turn off this light. I turned on the light so you all can see the interior and everything inside. If I don't turn on this light, since I can't see, I don't know. I'll just leave it on. Because in this category of SUVs, worldwide, this interior is one of the best. It's not the one with the most buttons, the one with the most features, but it's about the way they made it. Refined. Spectacular with the lights, the ones that look like belts, like that orange color. It's a beauty, really a beauty. A delicate screen, because we also don't want a car that has a screen that's just all screen, right? Let me imagine things a little bit too. All soft materials wherever you touch. Napa leather, the stitching is also orange. Metallic details, but not the dull, non-shiny kind that makes your eyes feel tired. This is different. Because when you look at it, you say, damn, someone sat here calmly to work on these buttons, the car, and all its details. Let's talk a little about the driving modes. I have Eco Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, and Mic, the one you can customize to your liking. But in Sport Plus, all the buttons turn red. Stiff suspension, the car adopts a heavy stance, but then what? When you speed up that car here, I'm in a neighborhood. Let me try accelerating for a moment. It takes off violently, it becomes a beauty. Those gauges are analog, but digital. The speed needles are red. The exterior is ultramarine, while the interior resembles a sports car's color, but still retains elegance. The screen I have in front of me is an organic light-emitting diode, 27 inches, okay? It matches our back cluster, blending in as one piece. The Van Olsen sound system includes 16 speakers. We have leg supports here in the front, leg support in the front. Ambient lighting, an important detail. Fingerprint here to set up and have the car recognize your profile. Silent cabin, premium materials, one of the best, as I already told you, interiors in this segment. Period. In the second row, it doesn't stand out much, but it's very comfortable and spacious. If you need space, a lot of space, maybe this isn't your SUV, but it's enough. Why would you want more? Since this car came out, it became the star product for 2026. It received a lot of tweaks. Of course, the new screen, equipment, and better materials. Adjustments they made to the interior and exterior design. Not so much to the interior, but they made quite a few adjustments to the exterior. A super compact SUV. It's more emotional, more personal, maybe even more aspirational. This money could buy a Macan, which is sportier but costs more to maintain. A more aggressive X3 M40, less luxurious inside, a Mercedes GLC 43 or 63 Prestige, but it has really expensive equipment. It competes directly with the electric GV70 from this same brand, same aesthetics, more efficiency, more future. I'd gladly stick with this one. The GV70 3.5 turbo feels more emotional. For someone who likes cars, it makes much more sense. There's nothing wrong with it. So if you want luxury, if you want presence, a spectacular interior, a powerful engine, and the exclusivity of a luxury car. It's not the typical German style, but there's a lot of German influence here. This is the car paleta behind the wheel, flat bottom steering wheel, kind of flat with the stitching. But the feeling, what it gives you in your hand, how it feels when you touch it, the touch, that's exciting. Panoramic sunroof. Right now I have it open here in the front. This car is for those seeking an emotional, special experience without spending $90,000. We do it for $70,000. I keep telling you that as an SUV itself, it's fabulous. Here on the side of the seats, the person sitting in the back can move the seats forward. Cup holders with carbon fiber accents. Here on the door, inside here, we have two USB connectors, one 12-volt connector. Here we have wireless phone charging. Paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. This colored stripe with the seat belts is crazy, 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 crazy. Why call it something else? On the road, it feels like a mini luxury tank going 0 to 65 in seconds. I wish I could really floor it. It's crazy. It's a fantasy when you accelerate it. Let me slow down because these are crazy things you shouldn't do on a street like this. But anyway, that's what it's for. So you feel it and remember, like the song says, so you don't forget its true meaning. It's something that very few cars have. It's called character. What I open back here and you can see, well, I'm going to lower the seat so you can see it. You shouldn't make any kind of noise here. And you can see that when this seat is back here, it becomes completely flat. In many cars in this category, lowering both seats creates a step, but not here. They did a great job. And wherever you stand, it bumps into these orange seat belts that are beautiful. I come back here and at the bottom, I have a compartment. Further down, there is a full-size spare wheel that's completely tucked in down here. Okay, there it is. I like that they included a full-size spare wheel instead of leaving it out. That's a nice touch. A car like this with an external windshield wiper is kind of a mess. Just being honest, I still like it. Genesis 4 WD35, they included the GV70, one of their most popular cars. Why? In a world where all cars look alike today, when something like this has character like this one that doesn't look like the others, that's worth gold. A lot. Double massive exhaust outlet. I really like how it looks. Lots of sensors, reverse camera. The double light strip we have in the front is also here in the back. So this is the Genesis GV70. I like it, Caro. Okay, there's good competition. Consider it, go test it, smell it. Above all, smell it. Because let me tell you something. If you buy a car within your budget and you buy it just to save money but you don't like it, you live 20 years less and die sooner, that's official. You get depressed your whole life driving a car that's not the one you like, and you die.